Recent global disruptions have exposed just how thin the margins for error have become in high-efficiency supply networks. When lean systems built for zero-waste environments face a shock, they often break rather than bend. This briefing examines the structural flaws in lean-only models, quantifies the financial return of building for agility, and maps how proactive visibility changes the nerve of market recovery. Incorporating resilience into the core of supply chain management is now a primary requirement for maintaining continuous market operations. Lean principles optimize for cost by removing every ounce of slack from the system. While efficient in stable times, this makes the network brittle. A single port closure or supplier failure can trigger an immediate inventory crisis. Rigid software architectures contribute to this failure by trapping critical data in isolated functional silos. This prevents decision makers from seeing the full scope of a disruption until the damage is already done. Without a data-first approach to visibility, everyday logistics exceptions quickly escalate into systemic operational failure. Resilience is defined by the capacity to absorb a shock, reroute assets, and maintain operations without a total loss of service. This graph compares standard reactive tracking against proactive visibility during a market shock. Reactive tracking sees service levels plummet, causing a slow, expensive recovery. Conversely, proactive visibility detects anomalies early. By rerouting shipments, these organizations experience a minor dip and recover much faster. Proactive visibility changes the competitive trajectory of a company's recovery by enabling action before the disruption reaches its peak. Building resilience requires an upfront investment, but it eliminates the most devastating long-term costs. Reducing the need for expedited shipping and preventing stockout penalties leads to significantly higher net savings over time. Companies that maintain consistent service levels during industry-wide disruptions are positioned to capture market share from competitors who remain paralyzed by the same events. When measured against the high cost of failure, supply chain resilience functions as a revenue-generating strategy. Logistics disruptions are no longer just a corporate concern. They are now recognized as a threat to national stability. Shortages in critical sectors like semiconductors and pharmaceuticals have led to new government reshoring initiatives and federal mandates for better data interoperability. Regulatory bodies are also monitoring systemic risk more closely. The Federal Reserve uses the Global Supply Chain Pressure Index to track shipping constraints and material costs as a gauge of economic health. To remain viable, private sector logistics strategies must increasingly align with these federal security and data standards. Resilience is the strategic factor that determines which organizations will maintain their market position during the next global crisis. Challenge the status quo of your current technology strategy and prioritize the shift toward proactive visibility.
Hello, this is Raina McClure from SC Tech Insights. Thank you for listening. For more on this topic, click the article link below or go to www.sctechinsights.com for the latest insights on supply chain technology. Thank you and see you next time.